Well,
this Shaq story I find funny.
Yeah,
and I have
Shaq
opinions
was
and thoughts.
on the Big Podcast. That's the name of it, right? Yeah, the Big Podcast, and he's talking to Allen Iverson. By the way, he was the first thing that came up when you searched AI. Now you just get all these miserable stories.
Poor Allen Iverson.
Yeah, it's like me with COVID. Now, when you used to search COVINO would come up. Now it's just COVID.
Yeah, you got to get to that N.
I know.
If you don't get to the N in COVINO, everything's COVID.
When you're searching our podcast, not the COVID and Rich Show, COVINO and Rich Show. So AI and Shaq are chopping it up on the Big Podcast, and Shaq talks about his nighttime routine, his nighttime habits. Take a listen.
I never go to bed early. Ever since 18 years old, I've never went to bed before 12 o'clock.
Shaq, we play at 7 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying. You could take a nap. That was my thing. Stay out all night, right? Like just 4. Get up at 10, go to shoot around, mess around, come back, 2 turkey club, fries, and a pineapple soda, and then I sleep the 4 hours. That's what I need before the game. Like if I get that 3 hours before the game, no matter what I did the night before, I'm killing somebody.
There's a lot to dissect there. Pineapple soda? What?
What is he? What is that?
Who drinks pineapple?
Probably.
Who drinks pineapple soda?
What's that pineapple soda that we used to have?
Hey, man, don't sleep on pineapple soda. It's the best.
No, Cactus Cooler? Is that pineapple? Cactus Cooler?
Maybe he means Cactus Cooler. Who's drinking pineapple soda?
Sorry, did he say one
Welch's grape?
Did he say 2 turkey clubs?
I mean, he's a big guy.
Do you want to hear it one more time?
Yeah,
let's hear it one more time.
I never go to bed early. Ever since 18 years old, I've never went to bed before 12 o'clock.
Shaq, we play at 7 o'clock.
That's what I'm saying. You could take a nap. That was my thing. Stay out all night, right? Like just 4. Get up at 10, go to shoot around, mess around, come back, 2 turkey club, fries, and a pineapple soda, and then I sleep the 4 hours. That's what I need before the game. Like if I get that 3 hours before the game, no matter what I did the night before, I'm killing somebody.
You think he's getting the turkey clubs to remain somewhat healthy, right? But he's mixing that with fries and a pineapple soda.
And there's bacon in a club.
yeah, true.
As your dude, the late great Kobe Bryant said, if Shaq had his work ethic, he said Shaq would have won 12 titles.
Dude, that made me a little hungry. I'm not gonna lie.
I'll tell you that.
What's he writing at midnight? What's he writing?
Well,
poems.
Based on that, though, right? Based on that, again, Shaq on the Big Podcast with Allen Iverson. We have a 2-pronged doozy of a question. Midnight. Look, I stay up late. Even when we were filling in for Dan Patrick, part of me just couldn't go to bed that early. I mean, again, you're not used to that routine, but I just can't do it. You feel like you're missing out on something, right?
You're being kinder about it. I have a theory that no matter what your early morning work schedule is, I don't think a grown man or woman should be in bed before 10 o'clock. That seems so weird to me. You ever hear people that say, oh, yeah,
why don't you say it?
I was in bed
Any adult that goes to bed before 10 is a loser.
Weirdo behavior.
Okay, so Shaq staying up to midnight, past midnight, since he was 18, he's a night owl. I get it.
Dude, if I didn't have, like, kids, wake up, school drop off, don't you feel like your body clock you'd go to sleep after midnight and you might wake up at like 9 a.m.
Especially if you have kids. I know you're exhausted, Rich, but you savor and cherish that time when they're asleep to just have your time to do whatever it is that you do.
Especially
so you try to extend
let me
that,
ask
right?
You this.
If your kids are asleep by 8 or 9 on a good day, that means you got like 2 or 3 hours to enjoy while they're sleeping.
Thank you for adding that layer.
Yeah.
I was even thinking single people. If you go to sleep before 10, weirdo. If you go to sleep early and you have kids, when do you watch a show? When do you sleep with your wife?
When's your sexy time?
Yeah, when do you do anything?
I know that it is kind of odd. I mean, I'm not being as bold as Rich saying you're a loser weirdo if you do that, but I do find it odd. Prong 2, part 2 of this question is, all right, if guys like Shaq are up past midnight since he was 18, you know he's up. You know his patterns if that's your boy, right?
Yeah.
What's the latest you can call somebody? Is it a sliding scale?
That's a good question, and it's a great question for a guy like you because you live out here in Los Angeles, and most of your friends and old school family are on the East Coast.
True.
So, for instance, the other night, I'm driving to pick up a little Chipotle.
Surge prices?
Way too expensive for my wife and I. It's 8:30, and I'm taking a little drive. Like, Can I call my mom or his brother? It's 11:30. That might be a little too late. I think 10:30.
Yeah, I'm with you on that.
Anything after 10:30, you're pushing it. But
Anything after 10:30, I feel like you're bothering me now. And
No.
it's you know what, you could do it, but I want an apology.
if it's
I want an immediate apology.
like, I'm sorry for calling so late.
Yeah, then I'm okay with it.
But if I call,
that's
even,
the rule.
even out here in LA, if I call you, let's say it's 10:18, like, yo, Covino, for tomorrow's show, I feel like 10:18 is legit. Danny G, I would not call you after 10:30. I feel like 10:30 is the line.
We share a lot of texting with our group chat where we're having notes and different articles, topics for the show.
Yeah.
And I think it gets quiet right around 9:30 for our group chat. 10 p.m. at the latest.
I think 10:30 is the limit. I'm with Rich on that.
What about the flip side? What about the flip side? Because in the morning I'll find an article,
Yeah.
and it'll be like 7 a.m. and
Dude,
I don't send it to you guys.
anytime.
I'm like, no,
Danny,
I'll wait an hour and a half.
I'm up. Don't sweat it.
There is a do not disturb feature, right? So
You could do that.
you could implement that if you want.
You know what East
Hey,
Coast people do?
Prong 3. When's it too late to have a pineapple soda? Like, is there a cutoff on that?
I think so.
I mean, is there caffeine in this bad boy?
I'll tell you this. I'm going to speak on behalf of everyone on the West Coast. So I'm speaking on behalf of a time zone. Everyone on the West Coast is going to say, Rich, you are correct. I'm addressing all the East Coast people right now.
Okay. Ooh, oh.
Hey, East Coast people, when
Hey,
you text us at 8 or 9 a.m., you do realize that's 5 a.m. here, right?
I know. They don't care at all.
No, East Coast people
Because
are
they're
like,
so ethnocentric.
oh, the world revolves
The
around
world. They don't care about West Coast time that you're still in bed. They don't care a diddly squat about that.
My East Coast buddies are at work already talking about the Mets, and I'm like, who's texting me at 5:40 in the morning?
It's Carl, honey. Don't worry about it.
Who's texting you? Oh, it's Chris about the Mets.
Yeah, exactly.
Cody Senga's injured. So the two prongs. 10:30, I think, is the distinct line of after 10:30, don't be bothering anyone. But before 10:30, I think it's okay to text your buddy like, hey, dude, about that event or work thing, or hey, this weekend if we're going golfing. 10:30, I'm drawing a line in the sand.
Can I make another line in the sand since we're talking about it? Can we, never FaceTime me? Just since we're talking about it? I never want to be FaceTime. Thanks, guys. Unless you want to see me on the bowl, go for it.
FaceTime?
Otherwise, don't bother
No, there's a
me.
caveat with FaceTime. FaceTime is only acceptable if children are involved. Like, oh,
That's
Covino,
it.
your niece and
I
nephew wanted to
agree, yeah.
see you. You FaceTime
Unless you want to show me a puppy or little kids
or some puppies.
some sweet puppies, then no. Leave me alone. It's intrusive.
Okay.
All
But
right.
but to back up Shaq, it's hard for me to get to sleep before midnight. My goal every day of my life, I know we all live different lives.
By the way, can you picture Shaq eating his 2 turkey clubs and those French fries? You know how little those French fries look in his hands? Did you see recently he was holding a can of something?
And someone's like, is that a mini can? No, regular can.
Imagine how tiny a French fry would look.
Little French fries.
He must eat 12 at a time.
I'm telling you, it's
Get your hands off my French fries.
my goal every day of life. And again, I know not everyone's the same, but in my mind, I'm like, if I could sleep from midnight to 6, that is the perfect 6-hour window where I'm like, count me out. Midnight to 6, because I could always wake up at 6, because I got little kids, but midnight to 6, maybe 12:30 to 6:30. People that go to sleep at 9, unless you're Jonas Knox or LeVar or Brady Quinn, and you're
Well, you said it doesn't matter what you do.
I'm telling
Jonas.
No,
I'm telling
Yeah,
LeVar.
you're backpedaling
Yeah, now
now.
you're
No,
backpedaling,
no,
bro.
no. I was about
Yo,
to say-
Rich, come back.
No, I was about to say even for them.
Because you said it doesn't matter what you do.
'Cause I'll tell you
You're a
this.
weirdo, so I can't wait to tell Brady Quinn right now.
And tell them I think Notre Dame stinks now. I think that if you work those weird hours, if I were them, I'd sleep in the afternoon. I'd rather sleep in the afternoon while everyone else is working and have a nightlife, have dinner with friends or family, see your kids after school.
I think they do. I did that schedule for 6 years.
It's rough, yeah.
And I slept in 2 parts. I would go to bed around 10, wake up at 2 a.m., and then sleep a little nap in the midday, early afternoon. So, yeah, you sleep in 2 little parts.
It's tough to go to sleep, And you know what? I'm not even joking. I bet you that pineapple soda he's loaded up on is loaded with sugar and caffeine, and that keeps them up. There's so many times I sit there like, why can't I sleep? And it's always because I had a coffee a little later than usual, or I had a soda later than usual. A lot of that has to do with it. You're sitting there pondering life, can't fall asleep. It's because you had something, and you're all. And you know what? Being on your phone doesn't calm you down.
It's the worst. I've seen people say, here's the best way to go to sleep. And it's always stuff I don't do. It's like, turn the TV off. I'm like, all right, I'm 0 for 1. Don't scroll on your phone. 0 for 2.
Yeah,
Don't have a coffee after 4 p.m. I'm like, 0 for 3.
That's stimulating. Yeah, you're continuing to stimulate. You're scrolling through TikTok. I don't know, trying to solve it. I don't know what we're looking for. I'm looking for the funniest Bill Burr clip. Yeah,
not just any.
Oh, him and John Lovitz recently, hilarious.
Look, there's Shane Gillis, another clip. Oh, Theo Vaughn.
Yeah, but
49ers
you're stimulating
clip.
your brain, right? So try to get to bed, and we're saying anything after 10 p.m. is intrusive. And
10:30.
10:30, right?
I'll give it 10:30.